Hey you guys, it's your boy Sunny right here, and today I'm just letting you guys know that the merchandise are out for the 24-25 season with your boy Sunny to the bag. So this is what they look like, and they are available in size L and M. So if you're looking to get one, reach out to me on DM, and I'll try to get it to you wherever you are in the world. They are not expensive, so that's a good thing. It's been your boy Sunny. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Rolling. Chew. So the first question from the Q&A is from Rakitic. He said, "Bro, when you went on trial for Israel Prayer B, if you played better than the ones there, could you play for the A team, the professional team?" Okay, if you guys didn't know this, about 2 years ago, I went for a trial with Israel Prayer B. They had scouted me from Open Trial. Now Israel Prayer, they have a professional team that plays in the Portuguese Premier League, but it's now Israel Prayer SAD. So, and this one is Israel Prayer B. So basically, the SAD and the Israel Prayer B, they now like almost under two different institutions. So the SAT is a privatized organization. It's like it's been bought out by that by a certain company. But then the other one was left as a feeder team that plays in the lower leagues. And you would find this very common in Portugal because there are big companies that come in, they buy a team out, and in about 4 5 years, they run bankrupt, and then the team has to start from scratch. So what usually most people do, or people that are attached to the team, like that are so like people from within the area, they would love to keep their amateur team, start from the lower league, just in case anything happens to the team in the professional league. If they run bankrupts and it closes, they would still have a team there. The previous team that they had would still be ongoing, and it would still push up back to the league, so that the community will still enjoy something. The side, or the one that the part that was bought out, remains only for the what, for the business people. But then the community one remains. Another example is Belenenses, because Belenenses, I think there was a point it was called B-SAD after it was bought out, but then it ran bankrupt, and they went from the Portuguese Premier League to the 6th division. But the other Belenenses started again all the way from bottom, from down, and they worked their way up to the ladders of now they're playing. About a year ago, they were playing in the Portuguese second league, and now they are in the third league. So yes. So anyway, back to the question. If I played better than the ones they had in Israel Prayer B, would I have been able to play in the professional team? First of all, the scenario played out this way. At the time, they scouted me, but I got to go join them. I went with them for trial for 3 days, and it was very late, like the last week before the season started. And I was with them for 3 days, and they did not take me. They were like, "Well, the roster first of all is full, and secondly, because I came late, so the roster was almost full." And the reason for that was they were like, "Yeah, when I was reaching out to them, they were like, oh, they talked to my agent, and they were like, yeah, your agent says you have a team already," and that was not true. And I didn't know who they were talking to. And actually, the agent that represented me at the time had a player in the first team, in the professional team, which was the SAD, which plays in the Portuguese Premier League. So when I reached out to him, uh, he was like, oh, he hasn't talked to them about me, but he could ask the sporting director if the sporting director knew anything about me as they had scouted me. So he went ahead and asked the sporting director. The sporting director was like, oh, listen, the Street Prayer B is a different entity from them, because the B is not professional, but they kind of act like they're feather team basically. And they are also a different entity as SAD. So the B scouting me, or whatever the scouting that the B team does, has nothing to do with them. So they did not know about it. And so to answer the questions, If I played better than the ones they had, maybe not. Yes, maybe not. And because I did not think, or I did not see any players moving from B to A, because a skilled player, the professional one, had a sub 23. They have a U23. That's like their feeder team. Now they have is on the 00 page. There is this U23, and then the what do you call it, the B. So even players don't move from the, and the U23 is fully professional because they play in the Revelation League. So the players do not move from the B team to the professional. You understand? From the B team to the U23. They don't have that interchange between themselves. So I could have played well. Maybe they would just be tipped that, oh, there is somebody who's killing it down there. Maybe come have a look at it. But it wouldn't be the connection of them being under a straight prayer. So that's what I think. And maybe because my agent had a player there, and if I talk to him and let him inform the people from the professional club that, hey, there's this boy down, he is killing it, and I was 22 at the time, or 21, they might have maybe had a look at me and probably dish me to the U23. Realistically, not to the professional, not to the team that plays in the Portuguese Premier League, but maybe to the under 23. That's the honest answer that I could give you. Yes. Yes, next question. Omar, he said, how many times did you want to give up? 0 times. 0. I don't think there was a point in my life where I'm like, oh, the journey is too hard, I want to give up. First of all, I had nothing to fall back to. That was the reason. That was the main reason why I've never thought of giving up. I knew it is very difficult, but I have one thing. That's the gift that God, whatever that gave it to me, is resilience. I'm a very resilient person. So that kept me going. So I've never thought of giving up. Next question is from Ragatic. What do you think is missing for you to get to professional level? A professional contract. Yeah, it's simple. I'll tell you this. How I see is that professional level does not mean I have to play professional in Portugal. I could go in another country and I play professional there. This is how I see. So what is missing, basically what is missing for me to get to professional level from a personal standpoint is my residence card. Once it comes out, even if I don't play professional in Portugal, I could go to another European country and try to forge my way into the professional level there, because I know there are levels somewhere. Of course, I cannot say I can play in the Portuguese Premier League. That's a lie. I cannot play in the Portuguese Second League. That's also a very big lie. It's not very realistic. But what I can say, I could go some countries where the level is relatively manageable, and I could work my way there and play professional there. So yes, so that is what is missing, the residence permit from my side, and then I will be able to see myself like, yeah, now it's time to go in and probably get to professional level. And maybe the other thing is like that the professional offer is not yet there, but mentally I think I'm ready. Physically I think I'm ready, and ability wise, yes, I believe in my abilities, and I think I could hustle it out. The next question is from Gerald Potato. He said, when was the moment you started thinking that your dream was becoming a professional player? Also, what you did in your younger years, I would say between 17 18 years old, to train and get better? Okay, the moment I started to realize that I wanted to become a professional footballer, I had always wanted to play professional football. Even when I was in high school, when I was still in high school, I was always telling my friends that I want to play professional football. But of course, I was talking out of naivety. But the reality kicked in when when I finished high school, and I had no university, and I was like, okay, what is the first thing I need to do? I needed to find connections. And when I started to find connections, I got scammed from going to Croatia. Like, I was scammed by an agent that there was an opportunity to Croatia, took our money, me and 2 of my friends, Shalom and Angui. They will see this video and they'll laugh about it. And once I lost that money, I was like, I actually think that I could get in contact with so many people. So I started to go in deep go in more and more and more and more, try to find contracts. And also, I was so much in love with what was portrayed on TV as life of a professional footballer and what it was like on TV. And so that is one of the defining moments. After high school, I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have university. So I had football in mind and I wanted to go all in. And the other reason was like most of my friends were not believing anyway, because nobody has ever become professional from the people around me. And so me being crazy and saying that I wanted that, it kind of made them like, you're not going to become. And then I was like, I am not going to become, just to prove that point to them. So what was I doing between the age of 17 to 18? This was the time I was recording videos now. And at 17, 18, I was actually playing in the South Sudan. First year, I was playing in South Sudan. That was the one I was playing there. And then I realized that, oh, I couldn't get videos, or people needed videos for me to give me opportunities. Then I started to get people, recruit a team, 11 people, and go call a friendly match and play with people. So that was what I was doing between that time. And yeah, that was what I was doing. And I was actually training almost every single day to get better. I was doing running. I didn't have any structure. I didn't even follow any training on YouTube. I was just doing things off my head. But I also had a coach that was training us. We were like about 4 to 7 boys that he was training every day in the morning. So that was what I was doing. And for knowing that I was doing that private training, it gave me the hunger and the determination to be like, I think I can get somewhere. I think I can get somewhere. So that was what I was doing to get better. Yeah, Omar says, do you completely notice the difference in gameplay, like touches and passing between professional and like say a semi-pro league or something? Yes, there's always going to be a very big difference. Even when a professional person comes down and then you see how they touch the ball, how they pass, how they shoot. And then just like any regular guy, an amateur guy or a semi-pro guy that doesn't have the level of a professional, you'll always see the difference. Like you'll always notice the difference. This guy is like, everything just comes easy for him, but the other guy you'd really see that it's not very coordinated, you know. Also, if I'm seeing a professional game, like how they do it, everything is like so hard. Like a pass does not go so slow. No, the pass goes so hard. But when somebody like just traps it, the ball just traps the ball dead. You know. So I really see these things, and I'm like, okay, this guy is from a different level. Or these people play from a different level than the rest of the people. You know. So yeah, I noticed that. It's very evident. It's very evident. Even by just looking at how like they read the game, you know, or how somebody wastes the pass to you. Here, amateur level, someone would want to give you a through ball, and even with the fastest player, I can't even catch that ball because he hasn't seen where the end of the line is, that if I run a certain 10-20 yards, I could reach the ball before it goes out, you know. So the accuracy and all those things, they will tell you that, yeah, there's a difference between a pro and a semi-pro. Okay, the next question is from Hassan. Hi Sonny, I also gave the dream of playing pro league in UAE or any other Europe countries. Also planning on coming to UAE and search for clubs. Any advice or connection to any club or coach, please? Okay, you want to play pro in UAE or Europe or somewhere. And to be realistic with you, if you're starting out, you're not going to start out at a professional level, whether be it in Asia or whether be it in UAE or be it Europe. You're going to have to start lower, especially if you are a young player between under 21 basically. And if you're doing it on your own, if the club hasn't scouted you, then you have to be realistic and start from bottom. You cannot start from up. It's very difficult. What you guys do not understand is when somebody says professional level means You are paid to play. You are paid to entertain. And with that comes a lot of pressure. Even at the level where we're not paid, there is pressure. But imagine where you are paid. And if it's your first time to get to that level and you get all this pressure, then your dream might just be like crushed, you know. Especially in UAE, somebody who's studying out, because UAE, they barely have scouts for foreigners, because why? They have only limited foreign sports at professional level. And UAE has only two professional levels, only two: the UAE Pro League and the UAE First Division. First Division. These are the only two professional leagues where like they pay players, and these levels, they are run by agents. Okay, they also have, yes, they also have the youth league, which is the under 21 league. Yes, you can play there, but with that, for you to get into there, you can be as good as you want, but to get your feet into the door, it's very difficult. You need an agent, an established agent in that case, to put you through. These Arabs are not going to Africa to scouts. No, they are on their phone calling their reputable agents that they worked with previously to get them players. In Europe, it's quite different. Okay, in Europe, somebody might have seen you play somewhere and they want to bring you in. In Asia, they only believe in the power of the agent. Okay, so if you are trying to start out, I advise that you start from the lower tier. Yes, I could have connections for you for the clubs in the amateur level where you can start comfortably. In UAE, you can start from the second division, which is technically the third tier. That level in UAE, there is unlimited foreigners. The whole team can be foreigners, and you can have, I think, a minimum of at least a minimum of 2 foreigners in the, I mean, 2 locals. They don't even have to start the game. Okay, so that is also a good place. If you go to UAE, you can start there in the second division, which is the third tier, or the third division, which is the fourth tier. And I think there are more other layers as you go down. And UAE, it's easy. There's no complication with the visa. With your tourist visa, you could actually play at these levels, you know. All you just need to make sure is that you find a team whereby, usually when I was there, open trials were free of charge, but now they have monetized it. Every time like people are doing open trials, you charge to register. I think the reason for that is because a lot of people go there and they're out of shape and they just waste the time of the recruiters. So they want to make you to pay to bet on yourself, to say that, you know what, I'm good, I'm putting my money in. Of course, if you're out of shape or if you haven't been training for months and you're putting in your money, you're not wasting their time. Now you buying their time. But if you actually get good and you know that you put in the work and you put in a few dirhams here and there just to go and have yourself seen, that is fine. For example, the one I went to for Al Hilal United in 2021, we were about 265 players. They only gave contracts to about 8 to 10 players. You see, from the first day, they chopped down the number because they only allowed 100 or 100 and something to come in. And after the first day, they only took 20. The rest, just from being out of shape, you are told to go. So yes, and contacts in UAE, the old contacts that I had, they might still be working. I'm not sure, but if you also have like good materials, for sure, I could try to put you in contact with 1 or 2 people back in the UAE. In Europe, it's easy. Just show up in the country and you'll find contacts. It's very easy to find contacts in Europe. Every other area that you live in, there's at least a football something around there, or ask people around there, and they will try to help you if they know that, oh, you actually mean business in what you say. So that's the advice I would give you. So Rakitic says again, if you wanted to go play in the B team of Benfica, could you? Yes, I could, but no, I cannot. Why am I saying this? If I wanted to, yes, I could go. The B team Benfica plays in the Portuguese second tier, second league, Liga 2. Will I play there? First of all, I need to get through the doors of the big Benfica for me to be able to play for the field team, basically. Because Benfica, the B team, and I think the A team, I'm not very sure of how it works, but I think the A and the B team is just like one, just that the number is so huge. And they have these graduates, because academy football here in Europe stops at basically 18. After 18 years, academy football is done. You need to find men's team, and that's where now there is the under 23 league, which is professional. It's a long academy. It's just reserve. And so they have these players that they are too good for the academy level, but they are not good enough for the professional level. So they kind of give them this space to groom in and grow in. So how would I get into the Benfica B team? Maybe I just have to show up at the training ground, which is most likely not going to work. Realistically, they wouldn't accept me inside. But if I had somebody, a contact that works with them, and they try to present me to them, yes, then I could play. Then they could have a look at me, not play for them. They could have a look at me, and then from there they analyze my my work. And if they like it, well and good. Funny thing is that teams like Benfica, these teams that have the money, then they barely scout at the lower leagues in Portugal. They go and scout in South America. That's what they do. They go scout in South America or other big academies in other European countries, and then they bring those players there that are played in the youth leagues and what have you. Not some 23-year-old that's playing in the 6th division of Portugal. It is possible, but that would require a very big miracle. Unless I have steel balls to go and knock at the doors of Benfica, I'm like, hey, can I have a trial? And out of somebody also who is crazy enough to match my craziness, like if he's crazy enough to ask for a trial, I should be crazy enough to taste him and give him a chance. But it's not just a walking thing. Yeah, maybe I will try it one day, maybe, just so I can clear out my own doubts. But yeah, that's how difficult it is. Next question, Rakitic, when you went to play for OS Belenenses, why didn't you stay there? What happened? Very good question. So immediately after the OS Belenenses scouted me, obviously the Belenenses, it wasn't the A team that scouted me. So let's put this clear. It was the B team. And of course, the B team of Belenenses is affiliated with the A team. They train in the same building, basically, like the same whatever, just different fields. One trains in the stadium and the other one trains in the, in the synthetic. And of course, players get moved from there because at the time they were playing in the Portuguese second league. So when they scouted me, the coach reached out to me and he had said so many good things. And this was going to be their first year of having a B team that was going to play in the 6th division, which is the current, the same level as the one I'm playing in today. And so when I went there, it was like a 3 or 4 day trial. So I went in the first day, they cut down the number, I still made it. The second day, I made it. Mind you, at the time, I was playing as a second striker, like more like a 10. And basically, he was with most of the guys that he had in his U19 or in the academy, basically. And now they were just trying to think that instead of letting them go, why not have his BT registered in the 6th division and then try to push the level up with these guys. So anyway, I did good in all the 3 trials, but unfortunately it was like, look, we think you are good for this level, but I don't see you fitting in my system. That's what the coach says, like, you're good, but I don't see you fitting in my system the way I want to play. So what I can do for you is the coach that was a coach, he was an assistant a year before, and his head coach had become his senior coach, who was the first coach, got a job somewhere in Kasseng, in Atletico Kasseng, which is 5th division, a league above them. So it's like, you are good for this level, but because of the system I want to play, my former coach, who was the head coach in this very club, he's coaching somewhere. I will send you to him because you can play easily that level, 5th division in Lisbon, which is the 1st division district in Lisbon. And you will be able to get enough time there. So that's what happened. The coach thought I was good, but good for the level, but not good for his team, or I wouldn't get the minutes, or I wouldn't be playing as much in his system. So he recommended me to go to Kasaing, and Kasaing, obviously they like me. Just the documentation issue became a problem there. So that was the reason why I couldn't stay in Belenenses. Maybe if I stayed there and I was doing good, I might have gotten a few minutes, or even just traveling or training with the first team that was professional, playing in the second league at the time. And even funny enough, at the time they were really struggling, and they ended up getting relegated that season to going down to the third division. And maybe, who knows, if the coach had given me a chance and I stayed there. And for sure with them, it was easy for them to make the paperwork. Okay, it was easy for them to make the paperwork. And I followed them later on, and there were some players that were getting not really big minutes, but they were traveling with the first team, or they would even be on the bench. So that was the reason. I just did not make the cut for that coach, but he recommended me to go to Kasaing. So yes, that's what happened. So Di Maria said, "What's the highest level you have played?" So I would say Lithuania second tier. That's the highest level I played, which is obviously professional. That's the highest level I played in. However, also I played in the South Sudan first tier. Yeah, only that it's not a professional level. So I would go with the Lithuania one. Then Di Maria again said, yo Sonny, if I go look for a club now, would I be able to find and get in one? Are trials open? Yes, trials are open 24/7 throughout the year, as long as the clubs are not on break. They just need to have a look at you, and then if you're convincing, they will keep you until they have an opening, or until they are eligible to sign you. Do not wait and say, oh, I can only go for trials in preseason. No, you can actually go for trials in season as well, because like I said, all they need to do is like find out that what is your level. Can you be part of the team? If you're part of the team, they'll tell you, you know what, keep training. When the new season opens, we'll sign you. Or when you have the windows open, we'll sign you. Or if we have a replacement, then we'll sign you. You understand? So yes, you could actually get a team right now and just go and train. You understand? So it's possible. Then next is, do you think you have what it takes to be a pro? Technical part, game IQ, on and off the ball movement, and the mental part as well. Do I think I have what it takes to be a pro? Yes, I think I do. Technical part, until I test it, then I wouldn't really know. But yes, I think I do. The game IQ, yes, I think so. On and off ball movement, I think I improved a lot, especially during my time when I was with Macedo. There was a lot that I was learning every day, and there are some notes actually I took. I still have them. I read them from time to time that the coach had given me. So yes, I think I have what it takes. Mentally, yes, because I have seen it all. Like, I have gone through the worst things, but haven't folded. So that the mental part is where, like, yeah, my strength lies in. Things could go as worst as they want, and I wouldn't be phased. I would just look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, they have happened to me before. So yes, mentally, I think I'm ready for what it gives. You know, yes, I'm ready mentally. Di Maria said, how do you take action and lose fear of the unknown? Well, everything comes from my desire. So I take my actions from what I desire, what I want for myself. That is where I take my action from. The fear of the unknown, it actually excites me, because if I'm thinking too much, the first thing is that if my push factor is greater, 100%, I'll go in and take that action. I wouldn't like hesitate and be like, oh, I will not. No. If I really think I want to do this, I will do it. The fear of the unknown, it actually excites me. I want to see what is going to happen after I make this decision. So that's just one of those things that really, like, don't faze me. But of course, it differs from person to person. I cannot say that fear is not or danger is not real. Fear is an illusion, but danger is real. You understand? Danger is very much real. So what I try to do is try to aim at what I'm going to achieve, not what I'm going to go through. Danger is what I'll go through. Okay, danger is what I'm going to go through. But action is aimed at what will I get if it succeeds. And I'm more than okay going through uncertainty or things going bad for me. I'm more than okay with that. I can handle a little bit of heartbreak, if not all of it, basically. And then somebody says, "Hey, Sunny, I want to go play for Sporting B or Benfica B, but I don't know how to contact them because I can't find any email from them. How would you reach them if you were to go there? Can you please answer this ASAP? I need to know this." Very good question. Yes, so the emails or the whatever you might see on the Benfica, Sporting, Porto, all these big clubs, to reach their B team, you have to go through the A team. And these clubs, usually they have a large scouting network. This is at least as per my knowledge. They have large scouting network. They have lots and lots of agents that are working for them. They have a database. There's Scout and so many other databases that they have to narrow down or to look into when they're looking for a player. If you are just a Sunny who is a nobody that is trying to get his way in, if you have steel balls, like I say, if you have steel balls, go knock at the door and say, "Hey, my name is Coach Sunny. I play left winger. Can I have a trial with your team?" Simple as that. For sure, that is that is the only option you have if you are in my position. That's the only option you have, because there is no agent who is going to hold your hand, walk into the office of Benfica. Nobody's going to do that. Yes, they do not have any information on you on Wyscout. There's no any sensible video of you that they can see. If you believe in yourself, you can play for Benfica B, Sporting B. Okay, the best option is go on, knock at their door and ask for trial, because like I said, no scouts is watching you. No scouts are watching games at the 6th division for a 23-year-old to be able to trial for these clubs. Okay, so this is how you can contact them. Just go there by yourself. Otherwise, do not send them email. Do not send them. Do not phone them up. Nobody's going to respond to all these things. You are just wasting your time, for sure. Like I said, if they need somebody, first of all, what they do is they go on the database and they say, okay, players for the B team, maximum age 23. What position? Let's say striker. Now they need to narrow down in the leagues. First of all, in the database, they go on the database and they narrow down from what nationality they want that player from. How old should that player be? How many games must have he played? And I have no that information on the internet. I have no that information. I haven't played anywhere like anything sensible that they could find my information down. Of course, they have to shortlist, and then they're going to watch your videos, or the video analysis department is going to watch the videos, and then they would give their verdict, and then they will pass it on to whoever. Benfica is not one person that makes decision, not two people, not three people. You find that even the coach has no say on who to be signed, because the club is doing business, and when they are doing business, there are so many other people that need to be consulted, and whoever they are signing is the prospect of selling him, not the prospect of keeping him into the club until he becomes a club legend. No. And with that, the coach might have no say. You see, because coaches come and go. Of course, a coach might be like, I want him, I don't want him. Well, the people with the money have said, yeah, we want him. They're going to have him anyway. They're going to have Sunny. There's nothing you can do about it. Whether you play Sunny or don't play Sunny, there are a million options for them. They can loan out the player if it doesn't fit in the coach system, or they can find other ways to have the player being around the team and become what they want. Yeah, Fred said, got a few questions. You can pick the most interesting one. I want to answer all the questions. Basically, there are six. I don't think they are the hardest. They are interesting. So the first question is, how has chasing the dream affected your relationship with friends and family? Oh, yeah, it has. I've lost so many friends. I don't think I have a list of people that I can say they are my friends. My friends, they can be more than five. That these are people that I knew from way back. Of course, with family, it's also affected them that way. First of all, I don't get to see them oftenly, and they actually do not understand what I'm doing because I haven't achieved what I want to achieve, or how I explain it to them that I was chasing. So it has affected my relationship with my family and my friends negatively. The only positive part is that I have not bring any problems to them. That's the only positive part. But my relationship with my family and friends has been ruined. You know, out of mind is out of sight. So the most of the time, if I'm not around these people that are supposed to be my friends, then the friendship fades, and they get to move on to find new friends. Same with family. Family is different. Family, they're like, hey man, we're not seeing you bringing in a check. Can you please try to find a normal job so you can support the family? You know, and of course, with that, it means they're telling you, hey, give up on your football and try to find a life. Which of course, someone telling me that, they don't say like that, but say it in a court, I would get angry. I'm like, why don't you believe in my dream? I'm not asking for anything from you, and that brings tension in the relationship between the family and me. Try it, and then you'll see actually how it's going to be. Unless you have very, very strong people that are really like rooting for you, okay, or your family doesn't need your support in the moment, they are doing well, then yeah, that's fine. But if the people that needs you also to come in for them and do one or two things, then it's going to be very, very it's going to affect everything negatively. And your friends, when they're seeing you're grinding, because for example, let's say for me, now I'm promoting my YouTube, I'm promoting my content on social media. Basically, it's always my football things. The first time they'll like a picture, the second time they'll like, the third time they'll skip it, the fourth time they'll skip, the fifth time they're like, man, yo, it's only about football. And maybe when I get a little success, some people will not be happy with it. Okay, some friends will not be happy. They're like, oh, you know what? Now he's actually showing off. Why is he always posting about football? Or I'm posting about my training. Maybe I hit a good shot and I keep posting it. Some people will envy that and they will not find that entertaining to them. And of course, the jealous, the envy and whatever just builds in. They will not tell you, but of course you can feel the energy. You can just feel the energy from people over time. Because if you're my friend, why are you not reacting to my post that I post every other time? Why are you not reacting? But I see you reacting on 433 page. I see you reacting on Cristiano Ronaldo's post. Why? They are not your friends. They don't know you. They don't need your support. I'm your friend. I need that support. And tomorrow, if I have my shirt up doing like this, playing for maybe Leicester City, then you'd want to come in. But during my grinding process, when I'm playing in the hard grounds, you're not there to support me. So yes, it's going to affect everything negatively. Second question, how has your individual training routine and diet changed over the years? Bro, I don't have any diet. I just eat what I can afford. Easy. I eat what I can afford. I don't have the luxury of buying protein, luxury of buying this and that. No, I just eat what I can and just make sure that I run and burn it out, burn the waste out, and keep the what do you call it, the filter in and the residue out. How has my individual training routine changed over the years? Of course, now my previously it was a lot of running. I was always like trying to, every time I'm having individual training session, I make sure running is a priority, fitness is a priority. But over the years, I came to realize that, oh, I actually need to get familiar with the ball more than trying to have my physical thing. I will always get it. And what is funny is that fitness has a limit. Your technical or your ball mastery and your technique is limitless. Okay, fitness, you can, if fitness stops at 100, you cannot go beyond that. Okay, and with fitness you just need 1 week. So I have watch a lot of YouTube now to see certain drills that I can do. For example, the shooting or the passing or the drills that I do. You can go back to my videos 3 years ago when I was doing my videos from lockdown in Malaysia, when I was playing in that small park, that torn net. Wow, humble beginnings. Yeah, or even when I was training in Dubai, and then to when I came here to Europe, the videos of my preseason, off-season series at Mercedes Cavaleris, you can look at those videos and you'll see there's a very big difference. So yeah, that's what I say. That's how they have changed. But I don't have any that thing. I just eat whatever I can, man. Next question is, have you ever had an injury that made you consider quitting? No, I've never had an injury that has made me consider quitting. So that's out of the question. Then next question, how underrated is the support footballers get from strangers? Let me use this opportunity to shout out at all the strangers, if not all of them, but at least most of those that came through for me. Ben Parkinson, Lena Toller, his girlfriend, Adam Shaves, who? My friend Jones, my friend Chan Kirgai and Jones Tape Kirgai, plus Akan Grace, Walid, my best boy Jemisko, Micho. These are not strangers though, some of them are my friends. But let me give this opportunity to shout them out as well. Also Mr. Libran, yeah, Mr. Jolayemi Libran. Who else? Man, oh, Ben Dixon, he got me some black boots after watching my YouTube videos, and a few of other guys that I forgot. Man, this is something that I would never take for granted. And actually, I want you guys to do it this way. If you are playing football, if you are trying to play football and you don't have support, the support is on the streets. Pack your bags, move in there. You'll find strangers that will support you. One day, myself, if I find somebody who's trying to do what I'm doing right now, I'm going in like he's my family. I want to support them because these guys, knowing what I know today and knowing what I've gone through, that family, the people you're born with, they really like don't give a damn about you. I know this person on his own. I try to be in his side because I know he has a vision. I don't need to understand what he's trying to do, what his vision is. I just need to make sure that yes, you can become whatever you want. If it's for the right cause, you can become whatever you want. I'll tell you. Oh, Chris, I won't forget my friend Chris Esna. Yeah, you know why all these people? You guys know I moved from Thailand, Laos, Malaysia, Dubai, UAE, Dubai is UAE, Lithuania. All these countries, I moved with 0 cent, but I was meeting a lot of strangers on the way that were coming through for me. Even after my contract was terminated in Malaysia because of COVID, I was stranded, but I wanted to get to UAE. The ticket to UAE was about 400 to 500, for about roughly $500, and I had 0 cent. Guess what? My friend Adam from Canada paid that ticket for me, and Adam we met on a random night in Laos. I met Adam on a random night in Laos, and even during lockdown, he was always coming through for me. Also, somebody that paid my ticket from Laos to Malaysia was Ben and his girlfriend Lena. Like I was stranded in Laos, had spent like 5 days or 6 days without eating anything. Oh, also, I was about to forget this, my guys. These were total strangers. Akao Jambo, Bashir, Nelson Kwaje, what's his name? Abul. Oh, and what's her name? Let me not forget your name. This girl, she wear glasses. let me stop the video. I'll go look for her name, and then I'll come back and say her name. Yeah, just remember her name, Moira. Man, I can't. These guys, like, they really, when I just come back from UAE, and I was just in my country, I was trying to figure out. I didn't know where I was gonna go next or what I was gonna do next. First, I was actually trying to treat hepatitis B, the issue of hepatitis B, which is now treated fully. Now, I can say I have, the doctors confirmed the thing is out of my blood. And when they heard my story, they called all their friend groups and they were like, you know what? We're putting in money to send this kid to wherever he wants to go to. And these guys, they came for me. So I don't want to be ungrateful to them. I don't want to forget them. They really like tried for me. Rico too, he tried for me. Man, I would say endless people, for sure. Endless people, strangers that have come for me. So, man, the love from strangers is very much underrated. And for that, like I say, whenever I find somebody, I don't need to be related to him to give him to lend him a hand. I will try to always come through for them. So yeah, the strangers are really like your support out there. And knowing what I know today, I would risk over and over again, because I know when I go out there and I really doing it for the right cause and I'm doing the right thing and I'm putting in the right work, a stranger would come through for me. That one for sure is guaranteed. That one for sure is guaranteed, guys. A stranger will always find ways to come through for you. So don't be worried. Oh, where's my support coming from? Where's my this? Nah, F it. Hit the road. A stranger will come through for you. Like Mr. Jolayemi. I was stuck. I really wanted to play and I was every day posting videos. He has been following me for 2 years. And he just lent me a loan of 4,000 just for my first inscription with Alcananense. Though it did not turn out very good at Alcananense, but he was a total stranger. So these are things that, like, yeah, we cannot, you can understand why some people just become so good to you, but well, they want to. So yeah, next question. Very good question. What country did you regret trying to go pro trial? Okay, this is a very good question. What country did I regret? I don't think I regretted any country, but I think Laos. I did not. Laos was a very lousy country for me. Laos. After Thailand, the small country between Thailand and China, Laos, it was a very lousy country. So yes, only one good thing I got there was the connection that took me to Malaysia. But yeah, that is what I could say. This is one of the countries that I'm like, okay, I wasted my time there. And yeah, that was, and I wasn't even thinking of playing there. I went to Laos, not going to play. I was just going to Laos because I wanted to exit Thailand so that my visa does not run out. And I found myself in Laos. That was actually how I ended up in Laos. I never even knew what Laos was. It was when Chris was like, where can you go because your visa is about to run out and your club did not send your documents for you to sign on time, your former club in Africa. So where can you go? I'm like, man, let's just see anywhere. We had Indonesia as an option. We had Cambodia and all these other countries. But all those, they needed flights and also the visa. You had to get it before getting there and all those things. So for some reason, naively, I said, let's go to Laos. I didn't even know how the visa worked. Luckily, I got the visa at the border. So that's how I ended up in Laos. But I regret my time there. There's nothing fun there to do in Laos. The last question is, what's the biggest lie you are told about making it pro? What's the biggest lie I was told making it pro? I think I have a few. The first one I would say is like, you have to be good. Nah, that's trash. It's not about being good. Being good is one thing. Being good is one thing. Maybe I would say something that nobody told me. Maybe I would say something that nobody told me about making it pro. And that is, be resilient. Be stone cold. Like, be able to overcome the adversity of whatever you're going to get. Like, things not going right, the politics and what have you. That is one thing you people should know. Come in with very minimum expectations. But The biggest lies was like there's a lot of money when you're going to make it. Playing in Europe, there's money. Playing in Asia, there's money. The levels that I've been at, there's no money. Yeah, there's no money, and nobody has nobody had told me this. Okay. The other thing is like every team you get to, if you're good, you'll move up levels. First of all, who told you are good when you come to a team? If you think you're good in your head, you now need to prove to everybody around you that you are better than them. And that is where the biggest task is. Like, you cannot just come and outwork everybody like that. You know, you cannot just come and outwork everybody like that. Another thing that I was told, pro environment is like people are like a family. Or no, that's a workplace. Please do not mix up these things. Pro or team environment is not a place for friendship. It's a place for work. Do your things, go home. You have your friends at home, the people you're born with. If you get along with some people in the team, alhamdulillah. Do not try to get along with everybody. Do not try to be friends with everybody. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yeah, it's not possible. Another lie that I was told about making it pro. Once you get to a team and you pass trial, everything will work out. Visa, immigration, foreign rules. Nobody had told me about all these things. Nobody had told me that they are limited foreign sport. Nobody had told me about you need a certain visa status to play. Nobody had told me that all these things nobody had told me about. So I thought that coming to a team, passing a trial, and getting a thumbs up from the coach, getting a thumbs up from the management was enough for you to play. No. You can be the best player. The coach wants you, the management wants you, but they have limited foreigners. You not play. Your visa does not allow you to play in the moment. You have to go back home. So all these things I did not know about them. So yeah, these are some of the things that nobody had told me. But one thing that I could tell you, believe it or not, you need to have steel balls. You have to have a steel heart that if things are not going right, you are playing, you are not playing, you gotta be like composed, keep your steels. So yeah guys, that's been it for the video. I hope you guys like this series. If you have more questions, do it, write them down below and we'll do a part 2 for this video. Thank you for all the guys that have asked, and if I forgot to answer some of the questions, let me know and I will try to get back to them. It's been me, your boy Sunny. Until then, peace.